Did we just get the WWE promo of the year in February? I think so. Welcome to Silo Voice Wrestling on YouTube and the Silo Voice Wrestling podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Jason C. McLean, and these are my assorted thoughts on the February 2nd, 2026 WWE Raw. The jet lag edition, because they were in Philadelphia, not Saudi Arabia, where they were for, I guess, 2 days, or probably longer, the whole week. Now, I'm recording this on Friday, just before SmackDown, so it took me a while to get my Royal Rumble review videos out, but I just had to come on to talk about this. So let's start at the end. Roman Reigns and CM Punk's promo exchange at the end of the show. It's definitely the best promo of the year so far, and possibly will end up being the best promo of 2026. This was excellent. This completely justified Roman versus Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship, the quote Seth belt, as a very believable and desired night 2 main event. And this is after the two of them were already involved in the three-way last year, which was not received as well. Why? Well, I mean, Punk was in his usual promo greatness, obviously, with the jabs, talking about history. He's best in the world on the mic, but this was probably Roman's best promo, I'd have to say, ever, or at least among the ones I've seen. It certainly was its most believable. I mean, he started off before Punk came out with the usual, acknowledge me, this and that, being the tribal chief, but he became he started sounding like a real human being, talking about their actual past and how he let Punk in, but no, he was Punk betrayed him, mixing reality and kayfabe storytelling together, and bringing up real history and bringing in the character, ending with "you will acknowledge me," but that was just sort of a capper on what was a very honest, believable promo, the most believable I've ever seen Roman Reigns being, and CM Punk was in prime form too. This was excellent for everyone except for maybe Drew McIntyre. They both kind of buried him a bit, but Punk more than Roman. Roman did say, come on, he's twice your size, but he also said, yeah, I beat him for 3 years straight, you and all your cousins. Great jabs back and forth. I mean, I don't know if there's obviously going to be more build, and obviously I'm pretty sure we're going to get Punk and Finn Balor at Elimination Chamber, and I hope, if it's for the title, I think we all really hope Punk retains, because we don't want to miss out on Punk versus Roman. We don't want to get Roman versus Finn Balor at WrestleMania. And I think there might be some physicality. There might be some other promos back and forth, but I mean, this is a long time to start a build, but it's even sooner than they started the Jey Uso Gunther build, and that one had to go through different phases and stuff. This, I think Roman's maybe going to be occasional. Punk's going to have other feuds, but even though they're starting it this early, I think that's the main promo they need. Maybe in 1 or 2, on the go home to cap it in a few months, and some maybe development around the other people like the Usos. But honestly, that promo was excellent for Punk, and probably the best Roman promo, at least the best Roman promo that I've heard, certainly the most believable. Now, before that, we had the Women's World Championship match, Raquel Rodriguez versus Stephanie Vaquer. And I kind of thought, with the Liv factor, Liv having won the Royal Rumble, I'm thinking, maybe they're going to go with Liv versus Raquel, but I was like, no. Liv versus Stephanie, that's a marquee matchup. I know she's on SmackDown tonight. She might surprise us and pick someone completely different, but the way that ended, I'm pretty sure they're going with Liv. And it was nice to see Dom out to bring out the Royal Rumble winner. And Raquel, I mean, obviously they're playing on the fact that Liv kind of came out to help Raquel when Raquel didn't want her, and her actions ultimately ended up screwing over Raquel. The match itself was good. It was a street fight. It was a bit botchy at times. A couple of times I think Raquel might have screwed up, maybe not Stephanie, so maybe that's why Raquel's not ready for prime time. I don't know. I mean, I think maybe everyone was just really tired, or some people were really tired, jet lag coming back from Saudi Arabia. Cutting a promo is one thing. Doing a weapons match is another thing. It was good, but I think it was a little bit botchy, and I think it had the absolute right outcome. And now I'm actually really excited for Liv versus Stephanie, but maybe, I don't know, Liv versus Jade could be interesting too. Gunther coming out to AJ Styles music was, I mean, it's a classic heel bit. It's kind of like the no-brainer, like the stereotypical heel move. But you know what? It worked just so well, and Gunther sold that perfectly. I mean, we also were thinking maybe AJ, because he didn't put his gloves down, was going to come back to finally retire or something. But no, it was Gunther. Now, having Dragon Lee run out, and at first I was like, what? And I was like, oh no, he's AJ Styles' former tag team partner. But I think he also has a friend. He's in a group, and one of those friends is a legend that very well might retire this year. I was hoping we got, Dom versus Rey for the retirement, but Rey Mysterio versus Gunther at WrestleMania retirement match. I could see Gunther retiring Rey at WrestleMania, maybe Brock at SummerSlam. Maybe that's what Gunther's going to do this year, is just retire people. So I'm having Dragon Lee involved in this particular case did make sense, and I'm liking where it could lead. Braun Breaker, of course, kicked off the show very angry, and had to leave. And then LA Knight came in. They're still building on. I have a video already who phoned Adam Pearce, but also a little clip I made from my Royal Rumble reviews who attacked Braun Breaker at the Royal Rumble. I said it might have been Finn Balor. It was pointed out in one of the comments that maybe Finn wasn't the right body type. It doesn't mean it was Finn underneath the thing. We know it's not Omos or Bronson Reed under the thing. I think it could end up being Finn. Of course, they're setting it up. It could be a member of the Vision. Interesting to see where we go with this. But we had Bronson Reed versus Penta, and Bronson Reed ended up losing by countout because of LA Knight's interference. And I'm watching this, and I'm like, are we supposed to feel sorry for Paul Heyman? It seems like he's the one getting screwed over. I mean, not before, but he has definitely powers. But I'm wondering what the Vision's role in WrestleMania or the WrestleMania season is going to be. I'm interested. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe somehow it's going to be Seth coming back. The biggest mysteries surround the Vision: Paul Heyman, Adam Pearce, Braun Breaker, all that. So it's an interesting setup. Maybe it will be Austin Theory or Logan Paul who's secretly working for someone else. I don't know. I'm interested to see where it goes. Javon Evans versus El Grande Americano. Well, I always like seeing Javon Evans. He's bouncy. Good to see he's getting more airtime. But I was really interested more to see the El Grandes feuding. And of course, we had the original El Grande show up here. So I'm hoping we get a mask versus mask match or something, like a battle over the gimmick, and the loser gets unmasked, and the loser is Chad Gable and goes on to being Chad Gable, because I think Ludwig's actually better in this character. Maybe we're going to get that in AAA. I don't know, but we got that in WrestleMania. It'd be fine. And I think Javon should maybe move on to a different program. Oba Femi destroying both War Raiders. I feel kind of bad for the War Raiders. It was good to, at least it wasn't an official match where it's just 1-on-2, but showing a big guy destroying other big guys. I guess that's what they're going to have to do with Oba Femi. They're just going to have him squash people for a while, which makes sense until he gets like a credible opponent. Maybe he'll be in the Elimination Chamber and win it or something. Honestly, I think if he's in the Elimination Chamber, he might kind of have to win it. So maybe he gets screwed over in his entrance. I don't know. Interested to see him. I think Oba Femi's on Raw. Glad to see him there. And too bad for the War Raiders, but still good to see him. The Bellas announcing they're both back and part of the tag team division. Good. I was hoping for that, but this is one of those segments that, could have been an email. Roman Reigns entering the Royal Rumble by email made sense for his character, but I would have rather see that happen in the ring. This one could have been an email. So these were my assorted thoughts on the February 2nd, 2026 WWE Raw. Did you agree with my thoughts? Do you have any comments, any more theories on who attacked Braun Breaker? What have you? Do you think it was the best promo of the year? Do you think it was Roman's best promo? Let me know in the comments. Follow at Silo Voice Wrestling on Facebook and Instagram, at Silo Wrestling on X, and me at Jason C. McLean on X and Instagram. Also, jasoncmclean.bsky.social on Bluesky. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications to get all my wrestling hot takes, cold takes, simmering takes, wrestling opinion pieces, WWE premium live event prediction and review videos, and assorted thoughts on SmackDown and Raw. I'll be back with some more, maybe another question video and assorted thoughts on SmackDown. Until then, for Silo Voice Studios in Montreal, I'm Jason C. McLean.